Good morning, everyone. And I'm on the right channel this morning. Facebook on Wednesday. Oh my goodness. We'll wait for folks to hop on and wait for them to get notified, and then we'll begin with this beauty of friendship. Hi, Janie. Good morning. Good morning, everyone. So give everybody a few seconds to get notified and click and realize that I am on the right channel this morning instead of yesterday. I started on Facebook and should have been on YouTube. Oh, how funny. I said it was a senior moment. Good morning, Mary. Good morning, everyone. Hi, Diana. Nice to see you guys. So what inspired this card for this morning was, hi, Linda. I was driving to the post office, and we're in the middle of dogwood winter. In fact, it's going to snow and get down to like 27 degrees or something like that. Good morning, Kelly. Good morning, Paula. So, which is normal, you know, for this time of year and what goes on here in the Appalachian Mountains. So I was driving down the road, and the dogwoods are so beautiful. The pink and the white, it's just a sea of color. And I was just really, good morning, Lynn. I was really enjoying that yesterday. It was just, you know, I mean, hi, Pam. Just a really short trip to the post office. Hi, Beverly. Thanks for sharing, Pam. Thanks, Mary. Thank you for sharing. I appreciate it. So it was so pretty that when I came back, I was like, oh, I was getting ready to get the card together. Hi, Jane. I was like, I'm going to mimic the best I can. Oh, it snowed in Missouri. Yeah, that Diana said it snowed in Missouri. Yes, yes. So I think it's just in the really, really tops of the mountains here. Nothing that's going to, thanks for sharing, Donna. Hi, Cheryl. Nothing that's really going to impinge on anything, but it's very cold, you know. So what a wonderful day. Of course, yeah, I don't care if it's 90 to 100 degrees. It's a great day to be in your craft room, right? So that's what inspired this card, was the dogwoods. Donna says it's snowing there in Michigan. Hi, Linda. So this will be released May 4th to customers. Hi, Joan. And it'll be, of course, it's in the new annual catalog that's coming up. It's a beautiful set, and there's a whole suite of product. I wasn't able to get the embossing folder. It is still on back order. Thanks, Lynn. So I can't get it yet, but it is in the suite. And it has this beautiful paper. Look at this wood, okay? This is gorgeous. And this is what I cut the tree out of right here. Okay, just to give it that wood grain effect. I'll show that to you. I already cut that out. But isn't this like the cool, this needs to be on a white background. Okay. Isn't that the coolest tree? 15. Oh my goodness, Janie, that's cold. Thanks, Jean. Thanks for sharing. But wouldn't this be the coolest tree at Halloween? I could see just some bats flying around it, you know, maybe a little ghost, something, you know, with no leaves on it at all, just like that. I think it's just so cute. And then there's this one also. There's this one right here to stamp. We're going to stamp that one on the inside. I made a little dogwood tree here. But I used the DSP. It's got beautiful DSP. Look at this for the background. It's like clouds. Hey, Steve. Good morning. I feel like I have coffee with Steve almost every morning. That is so funny. I love it. And then this paper right here that's in here is designed to, if you cut it, you know, like 5 1/4 by 4. So you would cut it by 4 this way, and then your 5 1/4 this way. You already have your background DSP to build on. So isn't that wonderful? So it gives you like 2 sides. That's what this paper is designed to do. I know it needs a little birdhouse. Oh, that would look so cute. Oh dear, now I need this suite just for the tree. I love the tree. I have to admit, I do love the tree. So, and then like there's other blues in here and greens and fall colors. And look at that. Isn't that pretty? That blue and green, that is just gorgeous. Love the splatter on that. So really, really pretty DSP that's in this suite. And you know, when I first looked at it, I was like, oh, okay, you know, it's good for, you know, the fall. But then, like I said yesterday, I love the paper too, Lynn. It's absolute. Once you start using it, it's like, oh my gosh. I thought, oh my goodness, I'll make a dogwood tree. So we're going to stamp and make that. And then we're going to cut it out. I made that with ink and the trees. And I got a little tip when I went to On Stage. And I think I changed my mind. Right, Mary? It's so cute. So let's look at all the dies that come in here, okay? So not only do you get the larger tree, okay, and I've done this to where you can see the branches behind here because that's kind of what's going on right now here while things are blooming, okay? But you also have, this is like a solid behind there. So if I wanted to add like greenery, a little bit of green that was going on while the dogwoods, then their blooms fall off and everything gets green, I could do this in green, which let me show you this. Hold up. I saw this yesterday. I almost used this as, this would be great, like floor stuff. Where's that paper? Okay, hold on. Let me show you this. Okay, right here. This paper right here, okay? This right here would make wonderful, hi Janet. This would make wonderful behind there to be green, okay? And then go ahead and put the pink on top of it. Okay, so then you have a background, all right, right there. Now, so then you have, this is amazing, okay? This stamp set, okay, let's look at this with these stamps. You can stamp this large one, it cuts it out, okay? You can stamp the smaller, it cuts it out, okay? You get the little birds, 2 little birds, so that they're going like in the directions to look at each other. I think that's so cute. And then this little tree right here that we're going to use today, there's also a die for it. So there's a lot of possibilities. And then, you know, you've got this thing here that makes your leaves. And and then you've got this huge die here that made that big tree that I just cut out. Isn't that beautiful? That's a nice die. Really, really nice. And then you have these 2. I'm so glad that I've got a skinny right here. I hate that we're losing the classic label punch. It's so easy to punch things out, you know, but I needed a skinny little one because too, I use these a lot. I have a lot of scrap, okay? So a lot of times when I have a piece of scrap like this, I find a sentiment so that I can use the paper, okay? So, you know, I'm really frugal about my paper and ribbon. I'm really crazy frugal about ribbon. You guys know that about me. But what a fun set. I wanted to explore this with you and show you the endless possibilities that it really does have throughout the entire year. But like I said, today what I did was get inspired. Hi, Susan. Get inspired by the dogwoods that are blooming. And I use the champagne rhinestones because now, you know, when we use vellum, we're going to do a little bit of embossing here, but when we use vellum, we have to hide the glue dots. So my special from the 22nd, which is tomorrow, to the 30th, if you order $50 in product from me before shipping, handling, and taxes, I will send you a full pack of the champagne rhinestones. These are mine, and that's all I have left. So, and now if you order today $50 in product, you will receive the Artistry Blooms sequence, a pack of that. So each week this month, I changed my special. And so I guess you guys have really enjoyed that. I see so many demos, what waste their paper and ribbon, and just make me cringe. I know, right, Pam? I do too. And it's like, it even makes me want to save ribbon and paper that much more, right? So I know, I totally get that. So yeah, I think you guys have really enjoyed me kind of moving the special every week, having something different. But I will say I haven't ordered anything yet because I'm waiting till the end, and then I'm going to place one big order. You'll get your card kits with your gift and everything, probably at the beginning of May, I'm thinking. Okay, so yeah, so that was wonderful. So again, it'll be the champagne rhinestones, but here's the inside of the card. I just used the little hello here. That's so cute. I didn't want to take away from anything on this card. It's just absolutely adorable. The tree is absolutely too cute. So let's just begin, okay? So here I've got a piece of vellum. I've totally forgotten what this is. And yeah, 1.5 by 3 3/4. Vellum is 1.5 by 3 3/4. I want to use my embossing buddy, okay, to get any static off of here. I'm going to use it on both sides with this vellum just in case I get anything flipped around. Okay, so there's that. And let me bring in my my Stampin' Pierce mat. There, you can even see that vellum a little bit better on that. Now, when we do something like this, I'm going to use some white embossing powder. And we're going to use some Versamark, which is a clear, very sticky ink, so that then you have time to get it embossed. And we're going to use a heat tool. And we're going to use a Friendship Refreshes the Soul in Versamark. And we're going to put this off to the right. So we're going to just put it off to the right here, best we can. Because I want to give it enough room for my tree. Perfect. Oh my goodness, that's perfect. You can see it kind of shiny right there. That's awesome. Okay. Now what I do is I bring in my white embossing powder. These little containers I get from Walmart. They're crayon containers. And these little spoons I got from a place called the Stock Pot, and they are ice cream spoons. So I put the white embossing powder on here, and the Versamark picks it up. Okay. I also use the teeny tiniest command hooks in the lid so that my spoon doesn't sit down into my embossing powder. I'm trying to get it back on here without. See, they just fit right under there. Just close it up. All right, now, what I'm gonna do now, get some things out of the way so that we can continue to craft. I'm going to use my heat tool, and this white embossing powder now is going to, I'm going to let it heat up, is going to come like white paint after it melts. And it just seriously looks like white paint on here. So pretty. There it goes. It's really, really fast. You don't need that much. Let me look under the light to make sure. Okay, right over here. Just a little bit of heat there. Make sure it's all shiny when you're done, and your vellum might curl. And the way to get the curl out of that is turn it over and just heat it back up. It'll straighten it right back out, okay? We are good. All right, right there. So cute. All right, now, I've already cut my little birds out. They are so sweet. We will put those on with mini dimensionals. Let me go ahead and get those on the back of those now so that we're ready. I won't take those backs off yet, but I don't want to lose those guys, so I can see them a little bit better over there. Okay, let's move this aside, and let's go ahead and work on the inside of our card. It's very simple. The card base is 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4. Get my envelope out of the way. And the inside is Misty Moonlight at 5 by 3 3/4 and Basic White at 4 3/4 by 3.5. I, of course, will have all the measurements listed for you when we're done. And so we're going to work right here. And let's go ahead and open our Early Espresso. And I use 2 color of ink on here. I use Blushing Bride and Petal Pink. You can barely see the Petal Pink right here, the little shading of it. But seriously, guys, that's the way our dogwoods look. They have like this very, very light shade of pink and then a darker shade of pink. And I was really happy to be able to mimic that. So let's go ahead and get our little tree here. Early Espresso. Turn off, Siri.
I didn't get that. Could you try again?
Turn yourself off, please. Thank you. I don't know why she loves to craft with us, doesn't she? I ask her very nicely now to go away. I used to be like, get out of here. So, yeah, she does like to join in. So, hi, Carol. Oh, how funny. Okay, so I did the full tree here, okay? And again, when you look at this cute little tree, I can't help but think of Halloween. I mean, I know, right, Kelly? I don't know. I have no explanation for why that. She just picks up, I guess, on what I say while I'm talking to you guys, I guess. So I have Petal Pink and Blushing Bride. It's my life, right? I'm going to take this stamp right here in the set, the smaller of, let me show you this, the smaller of the detailed. It's this one, not the fluffy one. I'm calling this the fluffy stamp, and this one the more detailed. So see, these are fluffy stamps to me, and these are just more detailed. So that's what I'm calling them to get them straight in my head. Okay, so Blushing Bride, and right over the top here, in the center, I did. And now I'm gonna clean this. I've got my chamois off to the side. And now I'm gonna go into Petal Pink, which is absolutely so subtle. But I'm gonna offset this first one to the right just a little bit to give a shadow. See, to the right and down just a little bit. And now let's get the other one. I did this twice. It's gonna overlap in the center, which is great. And then to the left and down a little bit to allow some shadowing to happen. Yes, she already did, Carol. Alexa came and joined, and yeah, and I had to tell her to go away. Oh my goodness. So now we're gonna do Hello, and I wanna do the Hello in the Misty Moonlight because I wanna pick up that color. I wanna just, you know, have things coming together. And I'm gonna put it right here in the center. Right there, cute. Oh, that's so cute. Okay, now let's go ahead and put this inside together. We'll put some Tombow on the back of what we just created. Just like that. I know, right, Carol? I know. Just comes on in and wants to craft. Okay. I have the crafty version. Yeah. Of that thing that comes up on the computer. I don't know. Okay, there we go there. Now let's go ahead and bring back in the base of our card here. And hi, Patty. And put this right in here. You inspired me, Patty, yesterday when you asked about these trees, and I was driving to the post of, hey, Jewel, you can always watch the replay, but we're really just started stamping. Yeah, when you asked about this and I was driving down the road to the post office, I saw all the dogwoods and I went, ooh, I want to make a dogwood tree. So there's my pink dogwood tree. Okay, now let's go ahead and get the front of this. Now, I'm going to pop this up with dimensionals. So now this piece right here, let's work with this first. And let's get our vellum back. And here's our sentiment right here. And we're going to put that right across there. Didn't that come out so pretty? Isn't that white beautiful with this blue? And then we're going to back it with that darker Misty Moonlight. And you're really, really going to love it. Okay, let me move my ink over here. Let's see, as usual, I'm creating a mess and a 3-inch space to work in. You know, I always wind up, yeah, getting a smaller space. I know we all do. Okay, so I'm going to add, with vellum, you have to be a little creative with your glue because you really don't want it to show through. So I'm going to use these glue dots. And I want to make sure that they don't roll up. I want them to stay very, very flat. And I'm going to put them in the 4 corners of this vellum piece that we created. right here. And right here. Okay. Hi, Kathy. Oh, thank you, Kelly. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and kind of toward the bottom third of this paper, we're just going to attach this vellum just nicely across there. Perfect. Okay, it doesn't have to connect in the middle, and I'll show you why, because we're going to put this tree is going to come right here and help hold this down. Now, you could have easily, hi Deborah, cut this out with and backed it with our adhesive, okay, the strips that I make stickers out of, because that would really be easy to do. Peel it and then just stick it on here, okay? But I wanted to show you guys that didn't have that, what to do here, and just your Tombow. And what I do is where it's a little bit thicker here, okay, because I want my branches, plus we're gonna make the dogwoods in just a second. I put a dot, and then I take my tip and I just spread it to the edge, okay? Put a dot and use your tip, and just like you're painting, okay, just like that. So where it's a little bit thicker, and then I just kind of spread it. This takes just a hot minute to do. I thought you were on YouTube. Oh, no, Esther, that was yesterday. Of course, I thought yesterday. Oh, you're so funny. Because, yes, yesterday I was on Facebook when I should have been on YouTube. Being retired, seriously, I'm not watching the days of the week. I better, because I got to babysit that baby tomorrow. So better know what I'm doing, right? And my daughter will be like, where are you? Oh, what day is it? I know. I can't help it. Just is what it is. Oh, thank you, Marie. I appreciate that. Thank you. Okay, so here we go. We're still just kind of painting some Tombow and talking about my silly life. Right here. Okay. I'm using my tip so that I don't get a blob, okay? And now that's perfect. Okay, so now we're going to place this. Now remember, this is at 5 by 3 3/4. So you still have like a good 1/4 of an inch if your tree hangs over. It's okay. I want to put it as close to the word, the F of the friendship as I can. And I want it to hang down just a little bit onto, oh, that's perfect, onto the blue area of the DSP. So that is absolutely perfect. Oh, wow, that came out even better than what I thought. Great. Okay, now, I've always talked about, like, it looks to me like this tree, just thought I would tease you about the mix-up. Oh, how funny. Thank you, Esther. That was so funny yesterday. If somebody didn't make a comment, I would have just started doing the card. They were like, oh, we looked for you on YouTube. I was like, what day of the week is it? It's like, oh my gosh, it's Tuesday. That was so funny. Like with this, okay, it looks to me like the tree is suspended in space, okay? Because I don't have something to land on, a little piece of dirt, okay? So that's what I call this, my landing dirt. And we're gonna go into early espresso. And now you could do this either way, with the shorter part up top, the longer part, I don't know, I like the lines on the bottom. That was just my take on it. I don't know. So I'm gonna come right here, and I want to be able to see my end of my tree. I almost even want to stamp on it so that it looks like the tree is coming right out of the dirt. Now see, it just gave that, just that little bit of something, that it gave it something to sit on. And it looks so good like that. Okay, let's move this aside. And now this is a piece of scrap paper. And what is it about? It's gotta be about 5 by 5, right? Okay, so 4 3/4 by 5. Okay, so yeah. And I'm gonna go ahead and take a piece of paper here and put it underneath. I don't use vellum much, but this is so great. Oh, thank you, Patty. It came out, the white came out so pretty with this blue. I didn't know if it came out really, really cute. I like the dirt on the history, and the dirt is on them. I love that. Yes, Deborah, for sure. Okay, now we're going to make our dogwood blooms. So we're going to take this tree that is like I call, let's go back to here. These I'm calling the detailed trees, and these I'm calling the fluffy trees, okay? So I'm taking the detailed tree, the large one, and I'm going into Blushing Bride. And I'm not thinking about trees at all. We are making some background paper. So I'm just stamping. And I'm wanting to cover, see how crackly that is? I love it. And I want it to overlap. And I want to cover this piece. And I don't care what it looks like. I'm going to turn it upside down now. Doesn't matter. Just like that, okay? Just like that. Now I'm going to clean this. And I'm going to go into the petal pink. And again, the petal pink is so, hi Robin, is so subtle. You can barely tell, but it does give it some shading. Now, instead of coming the same way that this is, straight up and down and then upside down here, I'm going to come across. See how I'm turning my tree? And it's going to give it a different effect. Just going to give it some different leaves. So I'm coming this way with the tree, and we're just making paper. And now I'm going to take this and I'm going to stamp the whole tree right in the center. Doesn't matter, okay? What a mess, right? It looks like what a mess. Okay, now for this we'll need the, let me get my die out. Get that die that I need. Here we go. Okay, we need this die that looks like all kinds of crinkled up. And we're going to go ahead and lay it here wherever we want on that paper that we just made. Okay, now for this I'm going to use the larger machine. Let me bring in the big one. Okay. Stamp, cut, and emboss machine. And so, you know, it doesn't really matter. If you want more white space, you can go ahead and cut like that. I'm coming over here because I like what that looks like right there, okay? I'm gonna roll this through. And because it's a little intricate, I'm gonna come back just to give it some more pressure once again. Okay. All right. Now, let's go ahead and take our die off. We'll move that aside. And now let's go ahead and get our little pokey tool here. And you could use your die brush. I just poke them out. They're big. Possibly even when you take this off, they're just gonna sit in the die. Yeah, see, just like that. Now look at what we made. Isn't that cute? The pansy, no, the what, I missed that. I love the names you give the stamps. They stick with me. Okay, the puppy nose, Carol, I have to give credit to Patty Weed for the puppy nose. That was her creation. I stole it, and I love it. The puppy nose. Yep. That was so cute. Well, you want to see the cards that we've done? Let's see. Okay, so Sunday I did this card. These little things now are on back order from yesterday. I was like, oh, already. Okay, so this card we did on Sunday. Yesterday we did this gorgeous card. And then that's how we got the puppy nose right here. The little black dot in there. And now today we're doing this one. We are going to have such pretty cards this week, right? Okay, now what we want to do is bring our base in again. And we want to add. Isn't that so pretty? Good morning, Roxanne. So watch this. What we have a tree that's nothing. And then we put dogwoods on top of it. Isn't that pretty? Dogwood blooms right there. I just love it. And we made this. And, you know, you can see there's all kinds of, you know, I don't know, crazy little quirks in this little, let's put that on the white. There you go. Crazy little quirks in that die. I just love it. So just fun, okay? Now, again, we're going to go ahead in with the Tombow, and I'm really just going to concentrate on the outside of this. Our tree is down quite well. We just need something to hold this, or you could even, if you wanted to, pop it up with dimension. I'm going to pop the entire card up. Oh, thank you, Paula. Yes, Patty was the one that came up with the puppy nose, and I will continue to call it the puppy nose because I just love that. So cute. Okay, now I'm going to just come in here and just dot. There you go. We're happy. Okay, now we're going to add our dogwoods on our tree here. And I want to cover my tips on the top. Oh, thank you, Robin. Isn't that cool? That's so much fun. Now, I want to make sure. Yeah, I'm good. This can hang off just a little bit. See, because we've got to back that onto that Misty Moonlight. And this is 5 1/4 by 4. So we worked with our picture here of me driving down the road looking at the dogwood trees. We worked on that, okay? And now we're going to go ahead and attach it to our Misty Moonlight. And this is just going to go with Tombow. Just like that. And because the tree is pink, the champagne rhinestones are perfect for it. Remember, I had the birds cut out, and we put our backs on it already. Okay, I've got my envelope right here. And we're going to put these guys in the tree. So to me, this is my grandma and my uncle looking out after me in my backyard. I have an apple tree though, but my apple tree looked like this. It was pink too, which looks so beautiful. And I'm going to put that one down there. I always think that red birds are your family looking out after you, right? Isn't that cute? Okay, so now we're going to attach this here with dimensionals. And when I do something like this, I really put the dimensionals. I put 9. 3 across the middle. I know, right, Paula? I know. It's really a fun set. And there's a way, and I forgot how they did it. On Tour was so great. But you can take this die right here and cut it and then cut it out, and it almost looks like falling leaves if you put it on the ground. It's really, really, you know, like if you were to take this, cut it out, and then cut some pieces of it, and or you might even could take these. Ah! Look what happened. My dimensionals stuck to my dimensionals. Get that off of there. There we go. Okay. But even this, you know, if you were to put these little crinkles down here, it would look like falling leaves. So I think that's so cute. You know, like the falling little petals. You could put these down here. There's all, I mean, this is a really, really versatile set. We were just touching the iceberg at this point. Just the tip of the iceberg, right? So we have our dimensionals on. I'm popping the whole thing up. It's so cute. On my next door, I know. You'll get a lot of use out of this set. I am impressed. I am severely impressed, which means that I'm going to be severely broke, okay, with this catalog. Let's go ahead and do our envelope, because now we're going to make a little shorter tree. Okay, I don't want a real tall tree here, and I want a little one. So we're going to use this little tree right here, and I'm going to go into the early espresso, and I'm just going to stamp it to where the tree's not as tall. I know the ideas were amazing at On Tour. I was blown away. I was blown away. Now I'm going to make the top just like I did. Blushing Bride first in the center. I'm going to clean this off. And I'm going to go into Petal Pink on the little bit on the right side and down. Not too much. A little bit on the left side and down just to add that shadow. It's very, very, very subtle. Okay, Pat, no problem. Yeah, have a good day. Have a wonderful day. Pat says she has to leave. So you can always watch the replay or, you know, skip through to the end. And we're going to make a tree on the back. Little tree right here. Isn't that cute? So really, you know, if you were stamping and just making a scene, you could stamp these trees in all different ups and downs there and make a really nice scene. Let's go into our Blushing Bride again. Right there. Petal Pink to the right. Just a little bit. And to the left. Just a little bit. And we are good. Okay, now, so we have that done. Now let's add our rhinestones, which really makes the card. This is pretty, but this is prettier. See the little bling to it? Just a little bit. So almost like the sun is kind of kissing the top of the tree. I'm putting these kind of in these little nooks and crannies here. And then I'm going to take them and, whoops, put one over each of the glue dots. This way now, we've got those hidden. And if I had a larger size, but I've used them all up, if I had the larger size, I would use those right here. You know, 4 larger and 3 smaller, but I don't have them because I've used these a lot. But there we go. Where are you located and do you live every day? I'm located in Upper East Tennessee and in a little town called Irwin. I'm on the East Coast. And I don't do live every day. I do 3 lives a week. My first one is usually when I can remember it. That's a joke, okay? That was the first time I went to the wrong channel, but I'll never forget it. It'll make you never do that again, right? So Tuesdays I am live on YouTube at 10 a.m. Wednesdays I'm live on this Facebook channel at 10 a.m. And then Sundays I'm live on this Facebook channel at 7 p.m. So, and please always watch the replay. If you guys are working and, you know, I set up the 10 a.m.s here because I like to start my day crafting. When I lost my job because of COVID, I really set it up just to start my day in a positive way because that was just, I will rewatch again. Oh, thank you. No problem. Roxanne, thank you. So yeah, when all of that hit and COVID hit, gosh, I'd never lost my job like that, you know, and I was kind of devastated, to tell you the truth, and not used to being home and being 61 years old thinking, oh my gosh, what is going to happen to me? But it's all worked out for the absolute best. God always has the most wonderful plan. And you never know it at the time, you know, you always think that, oh my gosh, this is devastating, but it's really not. And this became like the most wonderful part of my life. Because then I realized that I had to do something positive first thing in the morning to get on with my day and to feel good about, everything. So that's why I set it up at 10 a.m. just to start my day for you all to you all were helping me and probably didn't even know it, you know, but you all were helping me to adjust. And I needed that the first thing in the morning to get on with my day in a positive way. And that's what this did for me. And so that's why I have the 2 at 10 a.m. And I kept my Sunday lives at 7, have been for a long time. So I really appreciate you all watching. And if you go over to my YouTube channel, please subscribe. I always love new subscribers. Thank you so much. And yeah, Pauline, no problem. Oh, thank you for sharing, Pauline. Always catch the replay. Here's the inside. Isn't that cute? This is a beautiful set. Customers, you can order this wonderful suite on May 4th. Of course, if you're a demonstrator, we can order now. We're in a pre-order period, and with an annual catalog as demonstrators, we have a list of things that we're allowed to order. It is not like open season on the catalog. Okay, so it's just a list of things. This was on the list. I ordered it, and I am really thrilled that I got it. So here's our little dogwood tree for today, and I hope you enjoy it. Please have an absolutely wonderful day. Go to your craft space, do some happy crafting, and if you have this set, I hope you'll try this card and the little techniques that we did. Thanks again for watching. I'll see you Sunday at 7.